conversation for another time.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 badass PlayStation heroines.
I let you off the hook before, back at the hall, but not this time.
Over. You're a soldier. Finish your mission.
For this list, we'll be looking at the most awesome and badass heroines who tend to be associated with Sony's PlayStation brand. Who's an underrated PlayStation hero? Let us know in the comments. Number 10. Regina, Dino Crisis franchise.
What about Cooper?
Forget him. Time's up.
Capcom has created many awesome heroes, and they don't all fight zombies. Appearing in the first two Dino Crisis games, Regina is a tough-as-nails special operative who goes up against dinosaurs and lives to talk about it. Sharp, funny, and talented with a pistol, Regina keeps her cool in situations that would reduce most people to blubbering messes. Regina's personality goes beyond that of just a confident soldier, as she can be empathetic and cynical depending on the circumstances. As an example of her effortless badassery, Regina comes face to face with a dinosaur that makes the T-Rex look puny, and the operative still reacts with a quip. Number 9. Nariko, Heavenly Sword. On the day prophesied to bring forth the birth of a clan's new male leader, Nariko was born instead, leading her to be ostracized and hated for merely existing. As she aged, Nariko grew into a near unparalleled warrior, and this proficiency in combat would prove vital in challenging King Bohan's forces. Nariko demonstrated her strength of character throughout her entire life, and her courage would eventually prove all of her doubters wrong. In battle, Nariko masterfully blends multiple fighting styles that, with the Heavenly Sword, allow her to take on dozens upon dozens of enemies. Number 8. Heather Mason, Silent Hill 3.
I am Claudia.
So what?
Remember me, and your true self as well.
Heather Mason's life takes a turn for the survival horror when a cult shows up and kills her father. Just in case that wasn't enough, Heather also learns that she will be giving birth to a god. That's a lot to take in for anyone, let alone a 17-year-old. Like a badass, Heather reacts by swearing vengeance on Claudia and heading to Silent Hill, a place that is anything but welcoming. Heather absolutely stares down gruesome abominations, pukes up a deity, and then defeats it. Obviously, Heather is frightened throughout most of Silent Hill 3, but that just makes her even more awesome. Number 7. Cat and Raven, Gravity Rush franchise. Why settle for one remarkable heroine when two is an option? Gravity Rush's resident shifters start on opposite sides, as the carefree Cat's heroic escapades cause her to butt heads with the impulsive Raven. Despite having no memories, Cat feels a natural urge to help people, something she does with style and finesse. Although not immediately obvious, Raven also has a big heart, a trait Gravity Rush 2 pushes to the forefront. While they might start as enemies, Cat and Raven become the closest of friends, and the world is better off with both of them in it. Number 6. Chloe Frazer, Uncharted franchise.
Does your father usually leave you here alone?
No, he's away fighting the devils.
Introduced in Among Thieves as Nathan Drake's match in both terms of wit and skill, Chloe is an utter badass who grows quite a bit as Naughty Dog's franchise progresses. In the earlier games, Chloe tends to put herself first while also recognizing her limits, traits stemming from her family history. The Lost Legacy explores Chloe's heritage and challenges her outlook on life, causing the treasure hunter to become more selfless in the process. Chloe might just be the best female character in Uncharted, although she has stiff competition in the form of Nadine and Elena.
It's messed up. That's family.
Number 5. Tifa Lockhart, Final Fantasy franchise. Looks can be deceiving, something exemplified by Final Fantasy VII's Tifa. While her aggressive fighting style and design suggest a more direct and outgoing personality, Tifa is the most reserved playable character in the JRPG. Although, that does not make her any less incredible. Like any member of Avalanche, Tifa willingly takes on Shinra, an all-powerful organization with the power to take down entire cities. Although deeply flawed and lacking in confidence, Tifa continues to push herself to be better while also acting as a voice of reason on more than one occasion. Aerith is also badass, because Final Fantasy knows a thing or two about awesome heroines.
He'll be our pack chocobo.
What was that about me?
Nothing.
Number 4. Jill Valentine, Resident Evil franchise.
It's Jill.
Nice to meet you, Jill.
Resident Evil on the PlayStation 1 introduced many people to survival horror, making Jill Valentine a big part of so many childhoods. Highly trained, cool under pressure, and charming in later games in the series, Jill combines a stylish design with a likable and determined personality. Jill is not only a great character in the original Resident Evil, but one of the best in the entire franchise, a status cemented by Valentine's more confident turn in the action-oriented third entry. Jill spends the entirety of Resident Evil 3 stuck in a cat-and-mouse game with the hulking nemesis, and Valentine gets the better of her pursuer. Number 3. Ellie, The Last of Us franchise.
Well, then I'm staying.
Ellie, we won't get another shot at this.
Ellie grew up in a world overrun with infected and on the verge of complete collapse. Survival is the only thing on anyone's mind, and it's something very few people manage to achieve. At the age of 14, Ellie is a self-sufficient, intelligent, and strong person who has experienced endless loss and pain. When Joel is incapacitated, Ellie nurses him back to health, a process that also involves fighting off some cannibals. In The Last of Us Part 2, Ellie becomes consumed by revenge, transforming into a threat more intimidating than any clicker. Number 2. Lara Croft, Tomb Raider franchise.
That's my interest. You could leave tomorrow. Are you busy tomorrow?
When it comes to PlayStation, no female character is more iconic than Lara Croft. While 1996's Tomb Raider also debuted on the Sega Saturn, the next games in the series were associated with PlayStation, establishing Lara as a Sony mascot. Regardless of the timeline, Croft is brave, adventurous, charismatic, and resourceful. Although by no means trigger-happy, Lara is a survivor through and through, and she's willing to bloody her hands if need be. The original version of Lara is effortlessly cool, an explorer with a dry sense of humor and an unshakable demeanor.
So indulge me about the dagger. I'd be indebted with your life.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Abigail Walker, Infamous franchise. Because good or evil, Fetch is badass. The Boss, Metal Gear franchise. Because she sticks to her ideals through everything.
Prove your loyalty. Face me.
Aya Bray, Parasite Eve franchise. Because she handles apocalyptic situations like a champ. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure to go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Aloy, Horizon Zero Dawn.
Silence! I am your war chief.
And I am a seeker anointed by the High Matriarchs. So open the gate, and I will be on my way.
Shunned from an early age by the Nora, Aloy grows up to be a fighter who has absolutely no time for anyone's nonsense. Unlike her tribe, Aloy embraces technology as a way to better understand the world, and she goes to great lengths to learn her history. Aloy has the courage and curiosity to effectively change an entire society, although the character detests the thought of being worshipped as some sort of savior. Aloy's entire life is badass, and that's without mentioning the fact that she hunts down robot dinosaurs that can be as big as buildings.
Sorry to spoil your fun.
In the mood for more awesome gaming content? Be sure to check out this video here on Mojo Plays. And don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.